All right, so I just wanted to do it on here because it's a lot bigger and a lot easier to look at. So this is USA debt clock. If you haven't seen this, I highly recommend you check it out. So you can see what the US national debt is, $31 trillion. So back in 2008, it was like 9 trillion, maybe just under 10. So just before the GFC happened, and then fast forward 14 years, and we've tripled that. So that is something to be aware of and thinking about. But what I wanted to point to, I guess, everyone's attention that people wouldn't have a clue is that these little figures here, and these little figures here, and this little figure here. Well, massive figures here. So this is the, I guess, paper to silver ratio. So the paper, the fake silver ratio um, is 420 to 1. So every 1 ounce of real silver, there's 420 ounces of fake paper silver. And same for gold, 1 to 115. So this is how they manipulate the market and keep it down. If we have a look at assets by market cap, gold's number 1, silver's number 6, silver price is $21 an ounce. So that's how they keep it down. If we look up here, the dollar to silver ratio. So this is what the silver price really should be. So $723 per ounce to the real physical ratio. Back in 1913, for the Fed, or just as the Fed was created, it was $2.65 per ounce. So you can see once the Fed was created, it's done extremely well with fiat currency and the system, and it's managed to skyrocket that. Same with gold, it should be sitting at $5,329 per ounce, sitting at 1.7 due to manipulation, but we all know that. And back in 1913, it was 28.75 per ounce. So again, Fed's done really well. But what's also interesting here is the median income. So median income in 2000 was 32,000 for Americans. It's now 36. So in 22 years, a big whopping 4K pay rise. Woo! Thank you. That is awesome. So good. And let's have a look at the median house price. So 168,000 in 2000. Whatever was the median house price for a new home. Now it's 442,000. So you've gained $4,000 though. How good. But to buy a new house, it's almost tripled basically. Gold and silver prices, it should be way higher, but because of the paper, it's not. So things are getting more expensive. Your money's not going up. And this is the reason why. So if we look down here, back in 2000, the money supply was nearly $5 trillion. All right, just under. Now it's $21.5 trillion. So that's how much money's in circulation. If we look at currency and credit derivatives, it was $93 trillion in 2000. It's now $612 trillion. So just an increase of, 520,000 trillion dollars, or 520,000 trillion or whatever. 520, ridiculous amount extra. So you can see the economy's not doing too well. Fiat system's not doing too well. Why would you leave your money in the dollar? And if you don't have to go, oh, this is only America, every single country is tied to the American dollar. So every fiat currency is a fiat currency. It's not backed by anything, as you can have a look over here. So what is fiat currency? If you're unsure, here's a little thing. In simple terms, a fiat money is a type of currency that is declared legal tender by a government, but has no intrinsic or fixed value and is not backed by any tangible asset such as gold or silver. So not backed by anything, made out of thin air. And I guess, how does it come about? It's a Latin word which means determined by authority. In this case, the government that decrees the value of the currency and isn't representative from another asset or financial instrument such as gold or a check. So the government says this is how much it's valued at. This is what you can get with it. But we know basic supply demand. There's unlimited. There's unlimited money. They can just print as much as that, but there's only limited resources. Hence why we're getting into a lot of debt. Hence why this is skyrocketing currency and credit derivatives. Hence why these are a lot higher. Hence why this is not going up very much, because fiat system is constantly dying. So is the US dollar backed by anything? Today, like currencies of most nations, the dollar and fiat is fiat money, unbacked by any physical asset. A holder of Federal Reserve note has no right to demand an asset such as gold or silver from the government in exchange for a note. So these are just basic searches on Google that you can do. You don't get taught it, but it's there if you go looking for it. So what are some of the common uses for silver? So silver is used for cars, solar, electronics, soldering and brazing, engine bearings, batteries, medicine, water purification. So these are the most common uses for silver. So like anything, if you're using it up, you're going to want to keep it cheap. So that I now understand why it's $21 an ounce, because they don't want to be paying, 723 per ounce to be building all this stuff. Makes it too impossible. So this is why we have the fake paper market manipulation, keep the price down. They can buy it up, the physical stuff. And let's have a look. Gold supply. These are countries, gold demand by countries in ounces. China is screaming for it. See America only eight now. What's it, 8 million in ounces. So countries are buying up gold. All right. We can see that gold demand supply. There you go. Now, if we have a look at this one, gold by precious metals, gold holdings by countries. So United States, number 1, Germany, number 2, International Monetary Fund, number 3 at 99 million ounces. Why would the International Monetary Fund be buying gold? Has it got something to do with what we've just read about what fiat currency is? Has it got something to do about this debt clock that we've talked about? I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to you to think about, but I found this extremely interesting, and people need to be educated on it and learn and know and be aware and think, why would I save in dollars? Why would I leave my money in dying, declining fiat currency backed by nothing other than the government's word saying this is how much it's worth? Just think about that. This is what the real prices should be. How long can they manipulate it for? Can they manipulate it forever? Look how fast things have climbed in only 22 years. It's not a very long time. Another 22 years, I'll only be 54. And I'm living past 100. So that's half my life still left to go. So you need to start thinking and I guess start putting your money in the right places. Maybe some of these. Gold's number 1 by a long, long way, $9 trillion extra more. So this ain't because mums and dads and high school teachers are putting money into it. This is because big, wealthy corporations, countries, we just showed before, are putting money into it. Silver, 6th place. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, nor do I want to be. Just my opinion and looking at, terms and definitions and statistics and, putting it together. So yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, if you agree, if you didn't know about this, if you're shocked, if you found it interesting. It'd be good to hear your feedback. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Bye.